something. I'm excited. Y'all may know who this person is, and I've got all the respect in the world for this individual. Clearly, if Chakra said he's the GOAT, D. Chase called me on the back end. So I'm excited because from what I hear, Lil Birdie on the street tells me that this is one of the original founders of the art scene in Baltimore. There would be no poetry party if it wasn't for him. So I'm thankful for you, and I pay all due respects, and I'm honored to have you sitting in my VIP section. This is your VIP section now. I need everybody on their feet because I understand, like for real, y'all, I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for him. So I need everybody on their feet and make some noise right now for the one and only Salam AC, y'all. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Keep clapping till you still gotta get a mic cover. You still gotta get a mic cover. Oh, Shaka, just open it up and put it right on the mic. You accuse me of it, you accuse me of it, you accuse me, let me testify. You accuse me of it, you accuse me.
I can tell where your scars are just by the way you walk. Thank you. I was like, it ain't gonna get no better than that, right? It can only go downhill. I can tell where your scars are just by the way you walk. And every smile that you have endured has ensured you at every step. And you are blessed regardless of the animals that have attacked you. And you are pure no matter who has abused you. I know an angel when I see one. And when our kingdom come, it will be you, I, and the Son. And we'll be one, we'll create children, and our children will create us. Then every night by the light of the moon, I will kiss away your scars to Abby Lincoln tunes, and I will drink perfume that tastes like you out of a vessel with a waist like you. Then I will draw our bathwater warm so we can soak until our souls are reborn. And you will be safe and secure in my arms, and it will always be this way. See, I can tell where your scars are just by the way you smile. And every night I walk... And every night I walk a mile in your shoes, kiss away your tears and compile your blues till we choose to get sexy with Robert Johnson and Bessie Smith. And I will lick every bit from your soul's revelation to your pain's exodus. And when there's nothing left to sip, I'll massage the tension from your nakedness and then lift you in the most effortless way so you could just slowly ride all your pain away. And you should know they couldn't create a mirror that could begin to show you half the things that I say in you. Because more important than your face and your shape, I'm in love with the woman you're becoming. And I can foresee a day where your hair is mostly gray and your smile shows intense living and no one can look in your eyes without seeing decades of wisdom. And I'm not concerned with the woman of the year because I'm in love with the bride of a lifetime. And I don't want to watch your figure. I'd rather watch you use your left and right mind. And I'm in love with your laugh more than the tightness of your abs. And though a mirror can show you your present, I'm obsessed with our future and our past. And my love lasts because it has the benefit of knowing that to truly be intimate, I don't focus on the qualities you have now. Instead, I focus on the qualities you have that are infinite. And that should be the sentiment that takes us all around the world. To ocean liners and beaches and hotels and far reaches where we use stolen glances to communicate our secrets. And I hope our love is the one that teaches couples how to share their lives and men not to compare their wives with what seems greener on the other side. And I'll confide in you nightly and be there for you daily. And in between, do the best that I can to treat my fellow man fairly. But as most important, I'll be that eternal flame that brings you heat whenever you're cold. And you'll always see yourself clearer in me than any mirror, because I'm a pure reflection of your soul. I'm not going to talk y'all to death, but this is weird to me. Y'all going to see something, because I think most of y'all are younger than I am. I'm 50. And it's weird because you're going to see as you move on, things are time and place. Like, if you remember like the good times you had in high school or college or whatever, you can go back to the place, but never to the time. So like I can walk around here and see monuments, and I can see, like I can walk on North Ave and be like, yo, that wasn't there, because the time done changed. So you can always go back to the place, but you can never really go back to the time. And it's the weirdest thing, because you're always trying to go back to both the time and the place. And you get to the time, but you get to the place, but you never really get to the time. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna play with y'all for half a second, just to remember some time. I want to make love to you the way that you know that you deserve to be made love to. And you can judge by the way that I hug you so firmly that all your inner muscles work to push one wet trouble along your thighs. And I massage your neck until your entire body gets so wet you begin to feel sweat build up along your back and water in your eyes. And the way that you'll know that it's right is when your nipples become harder than your life is. And your blouse comes undone. And we begin to transfer energy slowly back and forth between your breast and my tongue, and your knees get numb and your stomach muscles succumb, and you close your eyes like you ain't never closed them for no one, and ain't nothing wrong if you feel the urge to come while your pants are still on. I mean, you ain't gotta impress me, just be yourself and loosen your belt, then slide out of those wet pants and have another sip of rum and fruit juices like we're in the Bahamas. But the truth is, Poetry Party is the best place to be on earth right now. And after I undress and lay down, I'm going to whisper poems in your ear at frequency so beautiful that only your clitoris could hear. I'm going to stop that right now. I'm going to leave y'all with this last... Can I do 2 like 1-minute poems? Two. That's the man right now. That's like one of the most humble poets walking the earth right there. Black Chakra right there. Y'all see him? That's the man right now. Every time I see him on Instagram, man, I got it. I don't even care. I just hit love, like, and then I watch it later because I know. So here's 2 quick 1-minute or 80-minute pieces. You ready? Who made this world? Where my wife's man and her husband are not one and the same. Where poets are extremely talented, but some of them vain, act like they be willing to bust one in your brain, especially when they start gunning for name. I swear, the more things change, the further I go insane. I'm shell-shocked. I ain't no good for no woman no more. Perhaps I should just barricade myself in here with my daughters. It don't seem correct to subject some innocent woman to my marriage-induced post-traumatic stress disorder. Sometimes I think this living room couch is going to become my from here on out living quarters. And that eventually, after continuously waking up here, my eyes just going to well up with water. I mean, a lesser man would just do it. But I would rather be crucified than commit suicide. And any hustler, whether they be dead or alive, would recognize that the look in my eyes is strictly do or die. Besides, people that commit suicide must not believe in God. Otherwise, they'd understand that there's a rhyme and reasons why this life gets so hard, and they would put their nose to the grindstone and get used to the taste of their own blood, because life is a monster of a mobster, and you got to get your chops up if you wish to associate with that known thug. This world is like the Wizard of Oz, and until you show some heart, you'll never get shown no love. So when you're feeling desperate, thinking you gave all you got to give, and you ask yourself, who made this world? The answer is simple. You and your actions did. And if you don't like the way that the life you live is changing, then isn't it just as obvious that you must live your life to change the way you live? You see, happiness is mathematic. That's all it is. Happiness is mathematic. That's all it is. Happiness is mathematic, y'all. That's all. So here's my last little 80-second piece. Ready? Thank y'all for listening to me. Come through. What if this is God's work? I said, what if this is God's work? What if real poets walk the earth and live lives fit for a prophet's birth, spreading ancient wisdom like the Coptic church, and those that know what they're hearing, know that they're hearing something special. And perhaps eventually the poet will be sent here just to bless you, test you in this world of lies, and you feel your eyes crowded because they recognize that what they're seeing is the truth. And the chills up your spine provide absolute proof that in this now, where politicians and clergy are proving themselves unworthy of your time, and television shows and music videos are proving themselves unworthy of your mind, don't be surprised to find that God is especially present in poetry dens, guiding poets' pens, and not just those men who pretend to be closer to God than you by making you ashamed of your sins when the lives that they've lived may not have been what God intends for your salvation. What if this is God's work? What if the Creator realized that the creation isn't perfect, but only wishes for us to worship sincerely, to not be hypocrites, but to really be concerned about our fellow man, to stand up against injustices falsely perpetuated in God's name in foreign lands? What if this is God's work? What if the poets are closer to Muhammad, Buddha, and Jesus than the preachers? Y'all ain't hear me, huh? I said, what if the poets are closer to Muhammad, Buddha, and Jesus than the preachers? I mean, think about it, y'all. Which of us are living closer to the streets, and which of us are living closer to Caesar? Which of us are living high up on the hog, and which of us are the poor righteous teachers? What if this is God's work? And if so, then poetry is sacred. So ye poetry concerned, would you step up on this stage with and be on your job? Because if this is God's work, then stealing from the poet is the same thing as stealing from God. And it's not about your use of sexuality or profanity. It's about whether you use your tools for odds and oohs, or whether you use your tools to improve humanity. What if this is God's work? I know blasphemers have hell to pay, so I wouldn't say anything at the poetry party at the garage tonight that I wouldn't be comfortable repeating on Judgment Day. But what if this is God's work, y'all? Thank y'all for listening to me. Let us pray.